Hello. We are back. Semifinals. Woohoo. You are here. This is correct. I'm excited for these because we're supposed to be getting to the, the cream of the crop or whatever that saying is. So these should all be good battles. And there was only one forfeit, which is honestly still more than I expected. But you know what? 1 is better than 2, and 2 is better than 3. I started listening to a little bit of ABBA the other day. Like, someone recommended them to me. And I don't normally listen to, like, older music. And I say older music, like, more than 20 years ago, generally. But it gets stuck in your head for some reason. I don't really understand it. Yeah, I reasonably so. They're really, really good. Like, really talented. I don't know if it's necessarily like my favorite genre, but I don't know. Is that supposed to be French? I don't recognize the name. Voluz Vaus. How is that pronounced? I'll check that album out after the stream. My goodness. I need to clean my room desperately. Voulez-vous? Okay. I was close. You can check me on that. I did not mean to click that. I will say I wanted to avoid spoilers if at all possible, but that did not happen. So I do know what the finals will be for South, as one would expect. And I don't want to spoil too much myself, but I do know that some people's pick'ems got absolutely destroyed. I'm just gonna wait a couple more minutes. Yeah, I was just south. I don't know what happened in the other divisions. I've um, intentionally not looked at those. Just gonna get rid of that real quick. I don't think, Pivot, I don't think you did my pick'ems. Like, I did some week 1, and I know that there was at least one that I got correct. So I didn't see myself anywhere on the leaderboard. So I don't know what was going on with that, but I'm definitely too far behind to make it up now. What are you doing? Oh, you changed your screen title. Very nice. You can check me. Don't really make mistakes. I really hope you're quoting something with that. Ambivalence crimes. That's how you pronounce that. That's a word that I struggle with for some reason. Ah, ABBA. Gotcha. But yeah, it is 5:34 my time. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I don't want to spend too long. Like, I know it's only 7 games, but oh, Pivot wrote something. We gotta see what it was. Oh, that's possible, because I definitely chose like to pick both and then undid one or something, so that might have screwed something up. Anyway, this is Omi and Lols. I did get spoiled for this one, I think, from what I remember about the pick'ems. So I do happen to know the winner of this one. But I think that's the only one that I remember. Because I did the pick'ems for all of them, but yeah, boo, spoilers, for real. Shame on me for spoiling my own enjoyment. Ooh, Terra Ground, neat. Probably coverage for... I don't know what that was coverage for. Big Taunt. Ooh. That miss probably lost him some time. Although Magma Storm is going to be pretty killer, I think. Unless he's running Recover. Oh, he is running Recover, okay. Judgment just kills. Oh, that did a good chunk. And that just kills. Okay. Turns out the flying type is kind of broken. Iron Crown. No nicknames. Boo. Everybody point and laugh. No nicknames. Terra Dark. What was Terra Dark for, I wonder? Probably Xerneas? Xerneas doesn't make a lot of sense because he's already got the type advantage. Oh, maybe Dragapult. But yeah, no, it's just a sweep. Classic Ubers. Stored power Iron Crown's pretty cool, though. Terra Dark for the fairy type. Oh, yeah. Silly me. I don't know why I thought that. I was just like, oh yeah, Dark and Fairy interact. Streamer moment. But yeah, classic Ubers. Hate to see it, but I am glad that Iron Crown did it, because I quite like Iron Crown. I think that it's a very cool Pokemon. With a very cool signature move in Tachyon Cutter. But Agility, Calm Mind, Stored Power is a really cool set. I'm a big fan of that, actually. But yeah, Omi will be moving on to finals with Super Kernel after the King Bob forfeit. This is why you don't like Ubers, yeah. I definitely agree. I can't ever can't ever play Ubers well, because it's just way too volatile, and there's no There's no comebacks, really. Omi is also the only person LOL's lost to week 1. Wow. Got the run back and still lost. But it also, it makes sense then, because LOL's had, like, a stupid team, so... If he lost to the only guy that he lost to in regular season, like, okay. It's kind of expected, you know. But yeah, we're going to move on to South. Ubers always goes pretty quick. Which is convenient that they go first. This one, I took a peek at, I think, when it was happening, but I didn't stay for very long. I just joined and left real quick. But I did read all the discussion afterward. So we got Megalop. Kind of a beast in this format, as it turns out, but... here's Vaporeon, Annihilate. As I say every time, I don't like Annihilate. I like the Lumberry, though. I'm guessing that's not his... That was not the intended use for Lumberry there. Slowking Galar. Yeah, it's still toxic. Flip turn. I don't know how long this battle was, but it is an HX25 battle, so it's probably going to be pretty long. Because there is not many mons that would be considered win conditions on this team. You got Primeape, and that's about it. Heal block is big, although he did already use the wish. Big burn. Oh, no grounded poison is going to kill him. That's one of the things that whenever I'm drafting, that's like the first thing that I forget. It's grounded poison. I always forget to draft one. U-turn. Back to Vaporeon. Cineroar. No nicknames on either of these teams. So boring. So very boring. Defog. Convenient, getting rid of the toxic spikes for him. Oh, big Shadow Ball. Cineroar for Intimidate. Or I guess just probably the Shadow Ball resist. Knock off the leftovers. Teleport. Fun move. Goes into a low Momola every time. Little bit of chip from Rocky. And if you notice, X Ninja is just kind of getting chipped down. Like, look at this, 50%, 80%, still 100, but 22 and poisoned. That's still 168. And he's still sitting, like, pretty nice. Like, he doesn't have anything below 50 yet. And he's got 2 regenerators. 2 regenerators that have seen the field. You and X Ninja haven't figured out stall teams. Yeah. I'm not sure. There aren't very many people, I think, who have figured out stall teams in your defense. Stall teams are just a giant pain. I remember playing one guy. Stall teams are cringe. Yeah, a little bit. They are effective, but they're kind of like you have to find a very specific one for it to be fun. I played against a stall team once that I think had 5 regenerators on it. Or maybe it was like 4 or 5 regenerators and then the rest were unaware. It was the most annoying team to fight. Like, I think I lost like one of my major breakers. And I just sort of gave up and stopped trying. This is battle number 2. We watched that, the North, and that one was pretty quick, so you haven't missed too much. This is the first battle from South, and it is X Ninja and HX25. And as you can see, X Ninja is not doing too well at breaking the stall. it's really kind of a pain. Incineroar, like, normally, I wouldn't expect it to do so well in singles. But with a regenerator core like this, you know, it's pretty strong. Because you're already doing a lot of switching because of regenerator, so just getting the constant intimidates and then the really good defensive typing, like, honestly. Because the fire typing gets rid of the fairy weakness, you're really only weak to rock, fighting, and ground, if I remember correctly. So, and then you've got the immunity to psychic. Oh, and water. I forgot about water. Yep, Rotom goes down to a crit. Unfortunate. But yeah, he just kind of gets walled out. Spit F drop would matter if he had anything that could hit it before it U-turns. Another crit, another Spatak drop. A dragon dies, then it's just kind of over. Aegis Slash, can't break. Like, it's obviously the more offensive focused Aegis Slash. But he can't get through Incineroar. And then the Regenerator Core. He just can't win. And then Lopunny obviously just can't break Alomomola. He did not get 6-0'd though, so he's doing better than I would have done. Because I absolutely would have gotten 6-0'd by this team. I never had to play HX25 because I never made it to playoffs, and he was in the other division, or the other subdivision. But if I had, I absolutely would have gotten 6-0'd. And Alomomola, and dies to Rocky Helmet. Really unfortunate, but HX25 is an extremely good player with a very scary team, so well fought, extremely well fought. But stall teams are just, you know, they're always really, really annoying. Yeah, he just didn't have any breakers. HX just had an answer to everything. Fish things for real. Alomomola is one of my personal favorite drafts. But I always forget that other people like it too. And so I don't often get it because I always try and like get something else that's generally a bit stronger or a bit more expensive first. Frowny face for real. HX25 like destroyed everyone's pick'ems. It's quite funny that way. But Prezi and Referencer. Prezi was a finalist last act, I believe? Or did he win? Don't remember. I remember he made it really far. But I don't remember if he won or not. Referencer, I think, new to this season. But both of these very, very strong players. Referencer, obviously, a YouTuber. Finalist. Lost to Axley, right? Yeah. Because if he played Axley, I believe I remember Axley winning. Oh, he was a replacement. That's right. I forgot. Mobby. But yeah. Both obviously very strong players if they made it to semifinals. And I am excited to see this one. I know the result, but I didn't see what happened. Palafin, a personal favorite. I think Palafin's just fun to use. It's obviously very good. And we got nicknames. Nice. No memorizations of players. Dude, you would not believe how bad my memory is. It is a running joke with me and my friends how bad my memory is. It's kind of hysterical, but Pressure Zapdos is a choice. I'm guessing just a misclick when prepping. Unless he really, like, I can see pressure having utility if you're fighting a stall team, just to get rid of their heals faster. But this isn't a stall team, if you can't tell. Because we got Palafin, Sky, and Skyman all in the same team, and then we got Heatran. I didn't see what used Sunny Day. Oh, the Skyman. Do you think it's Heat Rock? Do you think it's Heat Rock? It's been going on for... What is Sun for? I assume the Sun is for Heatran. But I don't know. I don't know. The Sun is definitely a choice. It could be like a Solar Beam or Solar Blade or something. Something like that. But it's certainly not for Palafin. Ooh, Aromatherapy. Very cool. I always forget that's a move. Ooh, Weather Ball. That's a good point. It could be Skyman itself. Because there's only 2 special attacker, or 3 special attackers, I guess. But Cyclozar going down. I want to draft Cyclozar sometime. Like, it's a good rapid spinner. There's the Sunny Day. It's Juggler. Drain Punch. What is the Sunny Day? Sunny Day 4. He doesn't have any... I forget what they're called. The Paradox, past Paradox. So I'm guessing he's wanting... Well, if he's running Baton Pass, he's probably not running Solar Beam. So I'm guessing it's just Eruption Heatran. Because, yeah, look at how much damage that did. My goodness. Flame Charge. Very cool move. Don't see it all that often. Did you just identify, like, Heatran as his win con in this battle? I don't see where, personally, but doesn't mean that it isn't it. Yeah, he's just whittling him down. Zapdos goes down. Pressure stalling Eruption. There we go. Oh, Scarfer. He's not Scarf because he has Flame Charge. Leaf Storm to take the Palafin out. Sunny Day. Sunny Day. Healing Wish into Heatran. Oh, into Iron Hands. That makes sense. For going against the Muck. Because Mucks are perhaps one of the single most annoying mons in the game. I'm not going to lie. Knockoff. He had a Charcoal. Interesting. Flame Charge. Going for another speed boost. Flamethrower. Doing a good chunk. Like against a Muck, that was a lot more than I expected. I don't know what this switch in was for. Maybe to get a Will-O-Wisp? Nope. Clearly, I do not understand. Future Sight, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Because you can't really have Heatran take it. And everything else is weak. Poison Jab, big switch. Dies, yeah. Where is the breakthrough? Earthquake, taking him out. Finally, Slowking comes back in. Slowking is Regenerator, right? Is it not running Regenerator? I feel like it hasn't been regenerating. Maybe I'm just stupid. Leaf Storm picking up the KO. Ooh. Just a 1v1. Coming down to it. But this thing is not an attacker. It's probably going to go for Future Sight, and that's just too slow. It is Regenerator. I mean, he was at a much higher health this time. Scald. And GG's. Very well played, both. Oh, might have been the gas wheezing stopping the regen. That makes sense. Scald twice would have won, yeah. Very sad. I was wondering, the Future Sight, I'm guessing, was what happened, because I knew Referencer won, but I was like, Future Sight is way too slow. If he goes for Future Sight, he probably loses. I'm guessing just misclick, saw the super effective move and was like, oh, super effective will guarantee kill. Oh, if he had slack off. Yeah, that makes sense. But Referencer, I think, recognized that he would die too quick. So even if he had slack off, the better play was definitely just hit him with Strange Steam. Yeah, we're getting to your game. We just finished up south. Congrats to Referencer making it to finals. Extremely good game on both. Probably one of the most even, honestly. Or at the very least, it came down to the wire, I think, at the most out of all of the semifinal games. No, I mean, I can't speak for all of them because I haven't watched all of them yet, but... Oh... The crit might have mattered, yeah. Who knows? On to Sleepy and Frubbles. I don't remember who won this one, I think. I have a guess, but... I do remember this Jellicent from last week, I think. Jellicent that put in work. But this is the high tier Terra division. That's right. East is low tier. So let's see it. We got nicknames this time. Rocky Helmet Alolan Persian. I don't really know what Alolan Persian does. I don't know why it's good. Because I think it gets Technician, and that's the big thing. But Fur Coat can also be good. Parting Shot makes it good, though. Parting Shot is an extremely good move, in my opinion. Jolteon. Got a Calm Mind Jolteon. And lefties. Substitute Calm Mind. Ooh, Trick Room might throw him for a loop, though. Into Roaring Moon. A good read. Good read. Going for the fairy move. Alluring Voice again. Oh, he was probably just... He was trying to read the... into Mamoswine. Okay, that makes sense now. Body Press doesn't do as much as I would have expected, personally. Body Press again, finally kills. Just straight up 6-4. Nathan, hello. Snow and a Curse, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. But Terra Blast. Seeing a comeback here a little bit. Evened the count of Mons. But Unaware here kind of goes crazy. Especially with Recover. Yeah, Press isn't going to do so much against Snow and, what's it? Oh, weakness policy on Mamo. That'd have gone crazy. Because I'm just thinking, like, Mamoswine gets Ice Shard, right? I'm just imagining a weakness policy Ice Shard. Like, that seems pretty insane. Ooh, we got a Whirlwind. Mega Gardevoir. Thunderbolt. I don't think... Oh, Shadow Ball does kill. Okay, I thought it was more specially defensive, honestly. But yeah, Clodsire just kind of walls. Spadef drop kind of sucks. But it might not matter too much because he doesn't have any win cons left. So I think Frubbles just kind of takes it because this thing is completely healthy. Jolteon's still sitting at pretty good health. Let's see it. Not that much. Dragon Dance. The Toxic's gonna be a problem. Ooh, red card. He really didn't want any setup mons. Scald doesn't do that much, and the leftovers. Substitute was interesting there. Okay, it didn't break. Yeah, Slowking Galar, and then the Thunderbolt. Probably just gonna pretty much kill everything. Like Trick Room gets out, but I don't think it's gonna matter too much. Going for another substitute there. Not what I would have expected. I would have expected just to go for the kill. But Thunderbolt kills there, and now it's just a win. Sludge Bomb doesn't break it that time. I mean, it did crit last time. Yeah, if Glowking had Psychic Noise, I don't think he would have won. Because this is, I don't remember the name. It was Frubbles and Sleepy. That's right. Sleepy. I don't think Sleepy would have won just because of what he had in the back, but he definitely could have stalled him out for it to be a lot closer. Because Toxic on Gouging Fire is kind of a pain. Because Gouging Fire really wants to just set up. Oh, Jelly does kind of wall, though. And Terra Fairy is pretty good. Did it have Terra Blast? We didn't see. It had Terra Blast. Because Fire Dragon is a weirdly good defensive typing. Like, I personally wouldn't expect it. Like, when I think of those two types, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, defensive. Yeah, Jelly does wall a little bit. Because he can't get Dragon Clawed. Unless his last move is a poison move. Yeah, they can't really hit Jellicent. Oh, Strength Sap. I forget it gets Strength Sap. Yeah, Psychic Noise would have been pretty killer. But he wouldn't have had Trick Room. Because, yeah, he probably wanted the poison coverage in this case for Gardevoir Mega. So Psychic Noise would have gone crazy. Acid Armor Jelly, interesting. Yeah, Trick Room was not the play. I am a big subscriber to the idea that Trick Room is fake in singles. I think its use cases are just so insanely niche that it's rarely worth trying. He definitely should have run some other coverage or some other support move. Yeah, funny for Mamo, but there was really no reason to run it because, you know, Psychic Noise, yeah, against Clodsire would have made a lot of sense. But instead he just really didn't have a way to effectively hit Clodsire. I mean, he had Scald, but that's what is it? He doesn't get Stab. He doesn't get Stab on Scald. So that's like a big drop to your damage. And then there's always the chance that they run Water Absorb instead. Yeah, it's a Mamo is a revenge killer. That makes sense. And like we were talking about earlier, weakness policy Mamo would have gone pretty crazy. Because Ice Shard is generally just a pretty good move in my opinion. Like I think it is. I think Ice Shard is one of the best like priority moves available. No switch-ins if you guess right, and gambling is fun. Okay. Trying to put it in the Trick Room doesn't always work, yeah. Especially because you only get 3 turns of Trick Room. So, like, it's really, really hard to use Trick Room in singles. In one Uber League, your friend played against a Trick Room abusing team? Oh, imprisoned Trick Room. Genius. Yeah, you have to wait. Yeah, you have to waste 2 turns of Trick Room just in order to get it in. Because the fifth turn goes away whenever you use it, and then you have to switch into the Mon. So unless you manage to hit some, no, it wouldn't work. Wouldn't work. I was thinking like eject pack or something like that, but that would trigger before you use Trick Room because it has -6 priority. Whoa! Imprison Trick Room against a stack attack team. Nice. Would have been cool. It's always fun when that works, but when it doesn't, you're wasting 2 move slots. How many games do we watch? We have watched 5, 4. We're on to our 5th. We watched the one in North, the 2 in South, and this first one in West. And so we're on to the 2nd of West. Trick Room Imprison Iron Valiant. Brave. Very brave. But yeah. This one I'm curious about looking at the teams. Because Chen Pao is obviously very strong when it works. Hard to pilot, though. And honestly, Chen Pao looks... I was going to say it looks strong into this team, but only against, like... It's good against a good chunk. But not against all of it. Like, Tinkaton walls it pretty hard. He doesn't really have a great way to hit Slowbro. Well, no, it's Dark types against Psychic. I forgot it was Psychic type too. And Charizard, Ice is neutral, so it's actually a little bit better into my team than second time, I thought. Oh. Qianpao most likely banned next season. It is pretty cracked. And that's why I really like drafting Weavile. Because it's like Qianpao Light. Like, it isn't quite as good, but it does get knockoff, which Qianpao doesn't get. So there is some utility for Weavile, but it's missing some speed and some attack that you really kind of just want. And specifically the speed. You really want more speed. And running Choice Scarf Weavile means that you're missing out on a lot of damage. So still very solid Mon in my opinion. But it just isn't as good as Qianpao because its stats are worse, and so it doesn't do quite as job as filling that niche. And that niche isn't one that really needs to be filled. Oh, Pursuit Weavile, that's terrifying. Yeah, Weavile is very, very cool Mon. I really like Weavile a lot. Honestly, I think if I were to be given the choice to draft Weavile or Qianpao, I think I would draft Weavile first, because one, it's cheaper, so the points are can be better used other places. And to be honest, I don't really know how to use Qianpao as well. But Weavile feels a lot more straightforward. So gonna start drafting Sneasel. Good luck with that. But anyway, I think we're gonna watch the battle now. in East disband. Shocking. Mega Charizard X. I feel like I haven't seen many of these battles. But I like the Mega Charizard X. Very cool design. Pretty big fan of it, but that is an insane Ditto right there. Like, copying this, that's crazy. My goodness. Kind of had to switch out there, yeah. Because he was probably choiced into Flare Blitz. Will-O-Wisp trying to read a switch. Neat. Probably Volt Switch here. Or just Hard Switch, I guess. Slack off. Back into Rotom Wash. Tinkaton is one of my least favorite mons in draft. I really don't like it. It's so annoying. Knocking off leftovers. Oh, bad Will-O-Wisp. Miss. Bad Will-O-Wisp miss. That Volt Switch did a good bit more than I would have thought. Stinkaton, I like that. Colbur Berry. Yep. Not enough, but it was at, like, what, 47 or so? 40%. Jeez Louise, head smash. Don't see that often. I like it, though. Immediately removing a regen mon. Very, very cool. Will-O-Wisp finally gets off. But the Encore probably wanted to Volt Switch there, I think. Knockoff doesn't kill. Okay. Another damage type resist berry. That's what it is. Did he Encore him into Terra Blast? What? I do not understand. I guess he didn't really have a good switch there, yeah. So it worked out. Sacred Sword just kills, yeah. Ooh, Rocky Helmet. Very cool. Close combat kills, though. And now the Ditto just kind of gets wrecked. Iron Valiant. Doesn't quite die, but defense has dropped too much. It did get health back. It did in fact get health back, yeah. Yeah, very, very good battle. Congrats to Lugia. I think the coolest part to me was that Rocky Helmet, Meowscarada. It's not a mon that you would normally think to run Rocky. So you're not crazy. Yeah. They must have changed that in a gen. It's entirely possible that that's like a showdown specific thing. Because I can imagine that like a couple of like really niche interactions might be different depending on showdown. You are a child. Old gens don't exist for you. That is very true. Although, I am 19, and my first game was actually Pokemon Emerald. And I still haven't played Sword or Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet. Or even, actually, what are the only games I've played? I played Emerald, I've played Ruby and Sapphire, I've played Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, and a bit of Black and White, and that's about it. So I've actually only technically played like 3 generations of games. Emerald is one of the best to start with. I agree. I think it's a very, very good game, and it's very easy to play, like to get access to. Like, The Game Boy Advance is genuinely one of the easiest games, one of the easiest game systems to emulate. I have it running on my TI Inspire actually. Um, we had to have one of those TI Inspire like graphing calculators for high school. Um, and I found out how to um, put game emulators on those things, and they run like shockingly well. Like for the processing power, they run like pretty much indistinguishable from the speed of like a computer. Um, so it's really fun. Aesthetic superior. I agree. I do miss 2D sprites a bit. Um, like I think the best looking generation is definitely black and white. Because 3D models just got so boring. Like there isn't as much life in the models, you know. Um, Battle Frontier Emerald is peak. That is true. I haven't done too much in the Battle Frontier, because when I played it, I was a good bit younger, and so I wasn't as good at the game, um, and so I wasn't good at the Battle Frontier at all, and I didn't want to train up Pokemon and stuff, so I didn't mess with the Battle Frontier too much, but I really miss 2D sprites. Speaking of which, why don't I have the... Hold on, do I have a way to... I can't. Can't set 2D sprites on here. Lame. Awful game. Terrible. Horrid. Anyway, we got Soda Mario and General Bisharp, obviously, aka... Forgetting his other name. Lyrics. Mubby. The fact that we have Terra Zarud allowed, it's really funny. You know? I do like Terra Flying Zarud. Very cool. Very cool. Jungle Healing. Ooh, the crit. Big Pain. Sterilizer. Nice. Gudra Hisui. Very cool mon. I want to draft that some more. I didn't use it much. But... Infestation, Liquidation, all of the Asians, I guess. Ooh, the crit. Big. Yeah, Volt Switch isn't going to do much. I'm guessing Assault Vest here. Lumberry Clutch. Counter? Interesting. Intimidate. Pretty good. Barb Barrage. I don't know what that move does, I'm not gonna lie. But I think Urshifu just sweeps here. Pain. Oh, okay. I stand corrected. Alluring Voice. Makes sense. 4x effective, all that stuff, you know. Thunderwave, one of the single most annoying moves in the game. Gotta love it. U-turn back out. Sterilizer. Pain Split from Zero Tom. Not quite picking up the kill, but getting this attack boost. That light screen's gonna be a pain though. I don't want you to ban Thunderwave. I think that it is a balanced mechanic, but it is extremely frustrating to get hacked out by. It is fine the way it is. It, you know, it's just, you know. Yep. Whenever I say X Pokemon just wins, yep. They get KO'd next turn. Funny how that works. I always forget this guy's Mind's Eye and does stupid stuff. Unfortunate miss. Doesn't do that much though. Side Shock kills. A win for Lyrics, I assume. Okay, living on a prayer. And clinches the 2-0. Genuinely, I thought Urshifu was gonna sweep. Weird Gengar? What do you mean? Is it... I don't know what the item is. What's the item on the Gengar? I don't know how it played, so I don't know if it used, like... Could be specs? Because just looking at the moves, I would assume some sort of choice item. And because it's so fast, I would assume specs. Like, it speed ties with Iron Moth if they're both max. Yeah, it kind of outspeeds everything. So I'm going to assume specs. Oh, it wasn't choiced? He is strong. He is strong, Russian man. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway. Nassim and Eric. I specifically avoided spoilers on this game, so don't you spoil me in chat. Post-game chat? Oh, my bad. I didn't realize there was post-game chat. I wasn't paying attention. Skip till end. Clicked and overthought it. But yeah, we got 2 regulars of the stream. Ambivalence Crimes, and Eric, the man himself. Very interested to see how this Sneasler Lele combo works out. But we do have a Gothitelle on the field. Who is the Crimes? Nassim. Anyway. Let's get right into it. Petrarant. Love that mon. Very fun to use. I feel like we've seen a lot of Heatran today. Like, I know it gets drafted a lot, but I feel like I've seen it a lot more than I would have expected. Quillfish. Does this thing get Intimidate, or am I just thinking of the... Okay, it does get Intimidate. Wonder what he's running instead of it. Maybe Poison Touch? Who knows? Heatran OP. Yeah. I mean, it's very solid. I just don't like to draft it because I don't like dealing with the 4x weakness to ground. I'm not a big fan of it. Double leftovers. Back into Gothitelle. Ooh, Terra Ground. Oh, that's pretty genius. Terra Ground to stop the... Oh my goodness. Wait. It's Terra Ground to stop Volt Switch and Blunder Policy. If that last move, if one of those last moves is stored power, that is one of the most genius... Oh my goodness. Say what the Mon is gonna do. I have no idea what you're trying to get me to say. I'm very confused. Oh, I see. Rest. Please don't tell me it's Sleep Talk. Okay. What is that last move if it's not stored power? Okay, thank goodness. I honestly don't know. Will it sweep? Will it? I'm not confident that it'll sweep anymore. Ooh, Jirachi lived. The para might be annoying. Psychic Noise stops rest. Healing Wish. Oof. Outspeed, Terra Blast. Yep, okay. Okay. I knew that para was gonna come up. Did manage to take out 3 Mons though, so very, very solid. Sneasler is going to be a bit of a problem though. Yeah, hacked out by para. Very frustrating. Oh, Rocky Helmet. Neat. Poltergeist. Those hazards. I'm guessing... It looks like your only hazard removal is defog on... what's that thing called? Flygon. Like me, as soon as I get on stream, I just forget... I just forget names of everything and forget words. It's really funny how that happens. Earthquake kills. Yep. Terra Blast. Terra Ice is cool though. Still pretty winning for Nassim. Misclick pivot. Oh, it was a misclick pivot. Okay. Psychic. Doesn't do that much. Flash Cannon almost killing. Where's the win? I'm guessing it's just Petrarun. Oh, Flame Body. Okay. Yeah, he has no way to kill Petrarun. Petrarun, whatever it's called. Ice Beam is not going to do it. Yeah. Yeah. Calling for the crit. I like it. Crit would go stupid. But stalling out for the burn kill. Very, very, very cool. Ignore the chat in battle for this part. I'm not gonna look at this. That's a lot to read. Announce you as the misclick guy. Yeah, good job, Gothitelle. This is a cool set. I like the... I really like the Terror Ground to stop Volt Switch and then just set up in his face. Very, very fun. But congrats for moving on. Misclick, blah, blah, blah. No such things as misclicks. I mean... Maybe. Maybe. That's all I'm gonna say. Congrats, congrats. You earned that in that battle. Gothitelle taking out 3 Mons. Very strong. Very cool. Although that one I did not think was gonna sweep, and that's why I got confused when you guys were trying to get me to say it'll sweep, because I was like, I don't think it sweeps. Because it doesn't feel like it has that sweeping potential, you know. Your domain, don't you fear. East has some of the coolest plays, I do have to agree. And you get to see some Mons that are not used that often. Very, very fun. But yeah, we got Cheeseburger and the other person that I forgot the name of. Scenesters. You were Terror Ground because you were pretty sure it was going to be T-Wave, not Body Slam? Makes sense. Scenesters? Seansters? I don't know how it's pronounced. I see it and I think scene. Anyway, let's see it. Oh yeah, Cheeseburger's the one with all the brain rot nicknames. Salazzle, very fun Mon. The nicknames, my goodness. Honestly, they give me pain. We're gonna do this real quick. Vespiquen. Isn't this Vespiquen Terra? Yeah, it's Terra. Terra Vespiquen is kind of scary. Gorgonstein. That one I kind of like, though. Substitute and the flamethrower. Psychic noise, yeah. Bypass substitute. Big. Cyclozar rapid spin. Did a little bit less than I expected, to be honest. Especially considering that he got the speed boost. Hold on, should that have not done a little bit more? I remembered him on. Which one are you talking about? Vespiquen? The fact that I remembered it was Terra? How could I forget a Terra Vespiquen? The Mawile. Oh, that's right. It doesn't... Okay, I got confused. I think I mixed up Alluring Voice. Yeah. It's okay. You only know VGC. Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with that too much. VGC is my domain. Where things... I don't know if I'd say they're more standardized now that I think about it. I was going to say that, like, you don't see as many crazy sets, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I think you tend to see a little bit less variance in items, but in terms of just sets, I think they're just different. I don't think that they're more standard, per se. VGC is fun. I much prefer VGC, honestly. For obvious reasons. Bronzor, Levitate, makes sense. Another Trick Room. Very cool. Steel Beam. Fun move. I'm guessing the Steel Beam was specifically for the Aerodactyl. Gorgeist. Resist the Earth Power. Shadow Sneak. Vespiquen has the ability to levitate? That's really weird, especially considering that it has wings, marking it a flying type. Like, when I see wings, I think flying type. You know? Custap Berry. Very cool. I'm very excited for this East finals match. I think it'll be very, very cool. You win Flygon. Yeah. MVP time. For real. MVP has some of the coolest battles, but I do want to point out this was a 5-0 in semis. Like, I think this was the second one that we've seen, but the other one was Uber, so it doesn't really count. Best sets on the server. For real. I think... which was it from the semifinals match, the Pivot, you showed me that one set that he had? With... what is it? Fling, Facade... Flame Orb, all that. Yeah. Ubers. Yeah. Just Ubers, you know? Runerigus. I love Runerigus for no reason. Like, it's so like outside of my normal like type of mon that I like, but I really like Runerigus. I think it's very cool. But yeah, let's see it. I want to see if this is the Kangaskhan set. Fake out. It is. It is. Skuntank. Knock it off. This game will be a game. No truer words have been spoken. Behem. What a dumb Pokemon. I hate Behem. I don't know how to pronounce it. Play rough, picks up the kill. And the future sight, very immune. Knock off. Damp rock. Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember. Yeah. For those who don't realize, Damp Rock is a banned item in low tier. So this battle does technically count as a forfeit. But still, this set, Flame Orb, Facade, and Fling. Extremely cool set already. Like, I don't know how he comes up with this stuff. Like, I don't know how you come up with this stuff. Because that is just a special kind of genius. In my very humble opinion, you know. Scald picking up the kill. Back into Pheasantipity. Another Mon that I kind of just hate. Although it is Fairy Poison, which is a very cool typing, but... Kingdra. Resisting the Scald. Draco. Oh, bad miss. Losing the schooling. And then it just dies. Unfortunate. Garrison and Mr. Hat. And then the Covet. Well. Sand Tomb. Behem. Facade picks up the kill. It'd be terrifying if this thing was, what's it called? I forgot the word. Oh, now he gets Toxic Chain. That's fun. If it got, Guts. Wishy-washy, weirdly OP. That makes sense. Like, it's one of those that I think is just going to be insanely hard to not draft. Give a point value to, whatever that word means. Tier? Okay, Curse does a lot more than I thought it did. That was what, like 16%? 20%? I don't know how much it did. Enchanted tried his best to remember and lost train of thought. It doesn't help that my attention span is already really bad. So whenever you throw in the idea that, like, oh, I have to keep talking and there's no one to, like, you know, keep a conversation going to like keep me on track, my mind just sort of is like, oh, we're on to this other thing now. You remember that? You know that sentence that you were trying to say? Yeah, it's just gone. But anyways, congrats to Man Bear Pig. Yeah, I was imagining if Kangaskhan got Guts. I feel like we would see that set a lot more. Do I want to watch one of your battles? How about no? I do feel like if Kangaskhan got Guts, it would be at the very least more expensive, and this kind of set would be a lot more common. Because Guts is just an extremely good ability anyway. But Scrappy is an extremely good ability anyway, you are correct. Being able to hit ghost types is a little underrated in some cases, but Mega Lopunny is so high up for a reason, and I think that is in no small part because of Scrappy. Like, I think if it got pretty much If it got any other ability, I don't know if it would be as good. Yeah, MVP on track for first ever undefeated run. You see so many goats versus your Cobalt. Yerb. Yeah. But congrats. Very well played, everyone. I think if you're ever going to watch one, if you're going to only be able to watch, what is it? One finals battle. The one to watch is East. The East finals match between Seansters and Man Bear Pig. I am looking forward to the Lyrics Nassim battle. Or wait, did Lyrics win? I don't remember who won. I'm not gonna lie. I told you my memory sucks. Just gonna. That's not what I meant to hit. Yeah, it will be. I think that will be another really good one. South is also a very good one, but you know, I just have a little bit more investment in that one. Thank you. But yeah, we saw a 5-0. Oh, we saw two 5-0s. Never mind. I didn't realize HX25 5-0, or I forgot he 5-0'd. That's what I should say. I'm trying my best. What's he doing out there? His best. That's me. That's me. Yeah. I don't know about West. I'm not too familiar with those players. But yeah, all these finals should be good. But if I'm going to be honest, the least interesting to watch will probably be North, just because it's Ubers. And Ubers is not as fun to watch. You wanted to see King Bob in finals? Yeah. Disappointing that he had to forfeit. But, you know, life happens. Can't really blame him too much. Oh, very sad. North is goated. Hey, I'm not going to say it isn't goated. I'm not going to say it isn't a good division. But it is stuck with Ubers. Yeah, no one understands Ubers. I'm not confident that even Ubers players understand Ubers. Like what? You all press calm mind together. It's just a collective hive mind of spam calm mind. Yeah. No West State. Easier to understand. You are not wrong. High tier Terra is way easier to understand. It's just Calm Mind Arceus. Yeah. Calm Mind Arceus. But it sounds like my roommate just got home. It's very loud. But anyway, I think that is all of the battles. I don't think I know. So I think I'm just going to call the stream there. Thanks for coming, everyone. Make sure to check back in next week, where I might watch the battles on slow-mo. Because there won't be enough content to fill the stream. Shout out, roommate, for real. Yeah. Hello, roommater. Yeah. I live on the... So I'm renting from this one guy in my church. And, you know, he owns the house. And so my room is on the bottom floor at, like, right next to the driveway. So I can hear every time that he comes home because he has, like, the loudest truck. It's really funny, actually. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining, everyone. Check back in next week. I'll see y'all.